Hello everyone. This starting. Sometimes it does that whole like buffering thing and I don't know if it's started yet. So it looks like it's working now. Hi. Happy Tuesday at 2 everyone. So excited. We are talking about believing in possibilities this month. And you may have caught the video a couple days ago or not. But today, this is the important stuff. We're going to talk about believing. How are we going to believe in possibilities, right? Because I'm asking you, and you're asking your brain, to believe in something that has not yet happened, right? So first, you need to create the thought. You need to create the thought, the belief that you are going to believe in, okay? Then the second thing, you are going to commit to believing it. And then you are going to practice believing it. And you're going to recommit every day. So the first step, decide what it is that you want to believe in. And we're going to do a 30-day goal. And or we can make it, to the end of July. Your goal is to the end of July. And you're going to decide what it is you want to believe in. And you are going to visualize it in your future. So you're going to decide what it is you want to believe in and take some time, think about it. What is it? What is this possibility that I really want to believe in that you don't yet believe in? Okay? And then you're going to visualize it in your future. Then you're going to create a thought or a sentence in your brain that is going to help you visualize it, that is going to help you commit to it every day. Then you are going to accept it as true. You are going to learn to accept that this is exactly what is going to happen. This is possibility is now a probability, and you are just going to keep repeating that sentence to yourself. And that's daily. You can do it morning, you can do it night, give yourself a little sticky note, make a little note on your home screen, whatever it is. And it's going to seem kind of repetitive, maybe a little tedious, but here's the thing. Whenever we're making a change, whether it's physically or mentally, it takes work. It takes repetition. It takes doing something over and over again. So you think about like working out for your body. When you work out, I know the next day I'm like, what's happened? Why haven't I lost 5 pounds? Why haven't I gained all this muscle, right? But we know that it takes time. The same thing with your mind and your thought patterns. Because our brain builds superhighways, basically, on thoughts that we are used to thinking. And what we're doing here is we're creating a new pathway to a new thought, to a new belief that we are going to believe in on purpose. Okay, so you're going to notice, so every day when you think this thought and you're working to believe this possibility, your mind is going to come up with objections. And it's gonna start telling you things like, oh, this is impossible, you can't do this, you've never done it before, it's gonna take a lot of time, it's gonna take too much effort, this isn't worth it. And it's gonna want you to give up on believing your possibility. So what I want you to do when that comes up, I want you to notice those thoughts and recommit to this thought. So the example I'd used before was, I want to make $100,000. Some people, that is their goal. They want to earn $100,000, whether it's in a year or a month, whatever. Your goal is $100,000. So you need to create a new thought that you will think over and over. It could be just, I want to make $100,000 a year. I believe I can make $100,000. I will make $100,000. I am someone who makes $100,000. It's possible to make $100,000. Other people make $100,000. I can too. So you're just going to pick a thought, one that resonates with you, one that you can really sink your teeth into and start believing. So you're going to do a thought download. And what I want you to do with your thought download, when you're thinking about your possibility, I want it to be a brainstorm session. I want you to brainstorm all the ways in which this possibility can come true. This is a positive brainstorming session with positive thoughts and beliefs about your future. And then you're going to stick with that sentence that you want to believe. Okay. So every day when you think that thought or say it out loud to yourself, I want you to notice, how does it feel? How does it feel in your body? Your body will tell you when you start believing that thought. You will feel it in your bones. When you go from wanting and working towards believing something, and when finally it clicks, you will feel it, right? So if you're not there, just notice what thoughts do come up. So some of the thoughts that come up for me sometimes when I set a goal is, you've never done it before. That sounds hard. That's going to take a lot of effort. That's going to take a lot of time. You don't have the time. You're busy with this or that or the other thing. I want you to pay attention to what thoughts come up for you. And then you want to have an answer for every objection that your brain is going to present you with. So you want to have an answer to counter that objection. So if you think, I don't have enough time, you can say, okay, when my brain presents to me the thought, I don't have enough time, I am going to answer with, I have all the time in the world. I have plenty of time. I have an abundance of time. I can make time. I will make time. So you're handling all those objections that your brain is going to come up with. And so you're prepared. So the next thing I want you to do is I want you to write a note from your future self, from the future you who has created this possibility into reality, who has believed your possibility into reality. And you're going to write a note from your future self to you. And you're going to develop this intimate relationship with your future self who has done this thing that you have set your mind to. And you can go ahead and ask your future self questions as they're writing you the letter back. You can say, well, how did you handle this, future self? And your future self will answer that for you. And your future self will describe to you what life is like with this possibility having been created. And you can ask it, what are some of the challenges that you had to overcome? And your future self will write your note back to you and say, these are some of the challenges that came up for me on the way. And they'll give you encouragement and advice. And so basically you're stepping into the thoughts and feelings and actions of your future self as you're learning to believe this possibility. So exciting. So now remember, the steps are, you are going to create the thought or belief that you want to believe in. You are going to write it down, and you're going to recommit to that thought every single day. You are going to ask yourself, your body, how does this feel? And when objections come up, you are going to answer those objections with thoughts to think to counter that objection as it comes up. You're going to write a note from your future self to your present self. And you're going to do that every day. It could be a little note, it could be a short note, it could be a longer note. I highly suggest you take, maybe 10 minutes every day and just commit to this. Here's the thing, your future self is already there. Believe it. They are there. Your future self is coming. And it's up to you to create him or her. And so you can just ask them for the advice, and your brain will answer. Your brain will come up with all the thoughts you need to think it, to counter the objections. And I don't want you to just think all this. I want you to write it down. There's power in writing it down. And one of the things is you're going to see your progress. And when you come to that point where you believe this possibility, you're going to start putting that in other areas of your life, or creating other possibilities that you are going to step into. And it's the most exciting work, and I'm so excited for you. And you're going to just create this intimate relationship with your future self, with that belief you have. You're going to have that relationship. And I'm so excited for you guys, and I have mine, and let's all just do this together. So I will check back in with you. Shoot me a message if you have any questions, comment on the video, let me know. Send me a private message if you want and say, this is awesome. This is what I'm going to choose to believe in, Melanie. And let's see how the next few weeks go. I'm excited. I had it as a 30-day challenge, and I know we're already at July 7th. But hopefully you've already decided on that belief. And let's just start practicing that every day this month. And now it doesn't mean that when the end of July rolls around and August comes that we're going to just drop it. You're going to want to continue to believe it. But that's our work for this month. And I'm so excited. Thank you so much for being here with me in the group. And I will see you in the next video. All right. Bye-bye.